Trev, SmashweRx. We got awesome friend Margaux. We've got a high five and a fist bump. That's cool. Listen, you got to understand, I haven't seen Margaux for almost a year. She used to come into my office like almost every friggin' day. She was a girl that used to roll out, I'll say this, on a metal water canister. The only patient I had that did that. And you know what? I'm really glad she's here. And by the way, kick-ass games athlete. And she doubted herself 3 years ago. I called it. She's gonna win next year. She's gonna win next year, I'll tell you. So we're gonna go over some external and internal rotation stuff. And it kind of works because she's got some internal rotation issues with her shoulder. So we're just gonna fix it right now. Does that sound good? Okay, so first thing is when you think about what you're doing mobility-wise, when you get up in a set of rings like this, lots of muscle ups, games, tons of muscle ups, you need to open up those shoulders. So there's some internal rotation. And then external rotation, we have an issue with getting into the bottom of a snatch. We get into pull-ups, we get into like chest to bars, overhead squats, snatches. I mean, everything involves this either internal and external rotation of the shoulder. So if we can't do it, we have issues with what we do. So first one's this one. This one's super gnarly, but it's a buddy stretch. So come on down. You're gonna, face me. So you get a buddy and you get a PVC pipe. This is so awful. She's gonna grab the PVC pipe, grab it close, and she's gonna put her elbows right here. And then a friend is gonna come along and she's gonna take her hands and she's gonna turn the PVC pipe and go as wide as she can. You can see the face? Okay, don't get the pain face because it's gonna be awful. And then we squeeze in, see that? Good, and wait, it gets even better. I'm gonna mimic what she's supposed to be doing right now. She's supposed to be doing this down behind. So go ahead and try it. She's like, how do I do this? So you can see, just stay like that, stay like that. So this is really cranking on getting that external rotation, but I'll tell you this, we should have done a test and a retest at the beginning because we're gonna hang out here for 2 minutes. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do this to poor Margaux for 2 minutes, but come on up. And the way you come out is twist the bar. There you go, and now bring your hands together. That's gnarly, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, see? So that's number one. Okay, so that's gonna help recover, but it needs a friend. Now, if you don't have somebody to hold the elbows together, and trust me, super strong, so for me to hold the elbows takes a lot of effort. Get a band, wind it up about 3 or 4 times, loop your hands into the band. Like you can see I have some internal or external rotation issues too because I can't get my hands together. Get a band in there, same thing. Grab that pipe, crank it, pull your head all the way through. The band will hold your elbows together. All right, that's number one. Number two is this one. And I had her do this one before, it was so awful. So she's gonna take it, she's gonna bring it behind her shoulders. So I'm gonna have you stand over here by the rig. I know, never show your back to the camera. George Lucas would hate me right now. But I'm gonna have her do this. Here's the surprise. I'm gonna do it in the rig. So watch your hands. She's gonna take the PVC and she's gonna drop it down below the shoulder blades. You're a little high on that? Yeah. So you know what we can do is come on over here. This is like just on the fly modification stuff. We like this. Good, so she's gonna go lower. I'm gonna move this. And I'm gonna move this one. And now all she's gonna do is she's gonna try and wind up her hands. We'll block the face, don't worry. And all she's gonna do is that. Now, if you have someone that's real awesome that wants to help, we just do this. And she's doing everything she can right now to not let you know how much it sucks. But it's gnarly, right? You feel that external rotation? Lots, right? So this is a great way. And you notice what's really cool is if you can see, look at how she's holding onto the PVC. She's got the whole thing. She's not pinky holding, not bunny holding. She's holding onto the whole PVC. So she's genuinely getting into that external rotation. And you want to camp out here for 2 minutes. Right. Good. We're going to have her come out of this. So that's number two. And coming out, you got to come out soft, right? So that's number two. So how does it feel though? Wait, there's one more. Here's the internal rotation. So now Margaux's got one shoulder that gives her a little bit of grief. We're gonna make sure she wins the CrossFit Games this year. We're gonna help her with that internal rotation. So internal rotation is this one. You gotta be able to come in like that. A lot of times what happens is when you're getting into a muscle up, those shoulders come forward. You tell me, you're a killer coach. Is this a good position? It's terrible. You want to have those shoulders nice and tight and be able to wind out at the top of that muscle up and then follow through and do it again. So if those shoulders pop through because you have an internal rotation issue, this is how you fix it. So we already did this one, so check this out. She's going to wind it up, loop it up behind her back. Perfect. And then step forward, take a knee. This is where it gets ugly. Take a knee and lean forward, chest high as much as you can. So you want a gap here. That's gonna, it's like a bully's just leading you down the road, right? It's like, this is how it feels when you get led down the hallway into prison, I think. This is terrible. But this is gonna put a lot of strain on that long head of that biceps tendon, and it's gonna pull across the pec. And if you pull a little hard, you hit that serratus anterior too, which is gluing that scapula down on the rib cage. So it frees up that scapula for a lot of that overhead motion. And then you just come out here again for 2 minutes. I'm gonna have you come out of this. We won't make everybody watch this, but when you come out, 2 minutes, everything's 2 minutes. So when you come out of this is one you gotta walk out real slow, right? You gotta kind of shake it out and then check that internal range of motion. This is a good way to recover shoulder mobility. Margaux, Trev, SmashweRx, awesome.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, are you kidding? See you guys tomorrow.